Welcome to Joe's Astrology. This is the composite chart for Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, and it is a Pisces rising, Sun in Scorpio, and Moon in Sagittarius, conjunct Neptune. This is a good one, so let's get into it. I don't know that much about the couple, but I did do a little bit of research, and because of something that really jumped out at me in this chart. We see that there are Pisces rising, so let's just look at it like a normal chart. Pisces rising, what's the ruler? Well, it's Neptune, and Neptune's in the 10th. So we see the ruler of the chart is in a strong, very strong position. It's conjunct the moon, it's in Sagittarius, it's in the Leo decan. And from what I could see, what this couple is known for is being very much involved in charities. I saw a couple of the charities. One was, Ashton Kutcher's involved in organization, or was involved in an organization called Thorn, which I'm going to come back to. I saw that they raised 30 million, or just saw some quick clips where they raised $30 million for Ukraine. So again, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a little bit rushing this as far as the research goes. And I saw they started another foundation called Wine, or just a lot of like foundational work, social work, social outreach, raising of money, big, we're talking about big money, donations. And we see Neptune here in the 10th with the moon, the idea of giving back, the idea of service and helping others. And that's definitely a Pisces Virgo Neptune Neptune association. And then the moon there, it's kind of like having a Pisces moon. It is in Jupiter's domain as well, which is the co-ruler of Pisces. And then the sun's involved with it being the Leo decan. So this is something that they really put themselves out there for. I saw them making videos, uh, asking for help, etc. Like that's like a very Leo thing to do. You don't always see all organizations doing it that way, doing their foundation that way, but they're really, being actors and actresses. They're really putting themselves out there and using their status to gain this attention. We can see that Pluto. We start with Pluto. Pluto being the soul. It's in the 8th house of legacies, other people's money, inheritances. I would consider that being a house for gaining donations, possibly. And we see it obviously connected to the second being the polarity. And if we do the whole Pluto evolutionary astrology thing in this chart, if we start with Pluto, we go into the second, and we see that it is about getting money, right? We're going from the 8th house, and we're looking to acquire funds, money from people. We get the money, second house, and that's going to move us to our 6th house, in our north node in the 6th house with Leo, our work. So hopefully you can see how I did that. We move into the second, it's going to move us into our north node. And by getting that money, that's our work. That's the work they're doing, essentially, is gaining money through their foundations to help people, helping people, Pisces, Neptune. And we see the south node in the 12th. Where they're coming from. We look at the 12th, the south node in Aquarius in the 12th, and Pluto in the 8th. Think of Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius. Pluto's in Libra. This is a very clean chart in the sense that where they're coming from, it makes it's we could say it's congruent. The energies are very similar. The idea of coming from a place of wanting to help people, feeling empathetic for those less fortunate, and then that would lead to the idea of raising funds in order to do work, because you would need, in a lot of cases, if not all cases in today's world, you need money to help people. And we see Jupiter as well in Virgo. Jupiter also being that planet that is a fortunate planet that wants to help people, take care of people, and we see Saturn is there as well in the seventh. So they're really this Jupiter Saturn together is very good for work and accomplishing things, and it's in the seventh. So they're really taking this energy and reaching out to other people in Virgo to help them, to heal them, to be of service to them. And the Sun being in Scorpio, back to like I was just saying with that Pluto in the eighth, Sun, and it's conjunct Uranus, it's conjunct Mercury, and it's conjunct Venus at 29 degrees. So there's a close stellium here, all in Scorpio, with that amazing Venus at 29 degrees, emphasizing money, and it's in the ninth house. So more of this idea of raising money. We think of Scorpio and Sagittarius, ninth house, using the internet, using their unique status with Uranus there. With Uranus and Mercury together, they can be very skilled at this. It's something that maybe comes easy for them. But definitely, and the Sun's also in that Pisces deck, but I really want to point out that Sun and Scorpio together as a couple. They would be known for this. And not just that, but even the Sun Uranus, people look at them as a couple, might look at them as being a very sexy couple, a very, not all these celebrity couples are the greatest fit, but this one, friends, I think they started as friends. You think of Uranus being friends, and Aquarius associated with friends, and South Node again in Aquarius, where they're coming from. It's a relationship that developed out of friendship. And I think a lot of people look at them as being a sexy Scorpio, sexy couple. Definitely a couple that people would enjoy with these placements. Think of Leo, North Node, as well as being pleasure, fun. And even, back to his foundation or his work with Thorn, with the North Node there, has to do with, Leo has to do with children. So very much caring about children's well-being and welfare. We see Mars in the fifth, the house of children. It's in water. It's making an inconjunct to that moon. So we can see there's an adjustment that maybe would have had to be made, and maybe that's where we see the idea or the time when I think he left Thorn or he dropped out, was kind of controversial. Again, I don't know that much about it, but there's where we'd see that inconjunct where, the moon and Neptune, him trying to do that work that he cares about, helping people, and with the Mars in the fifth, a little bit of controversy, a little bit of negative energy there with Mars. Things not working out the way he wanted it to, having to make some adjustments. And again, maybe the adjustments we see here, the trine to the stellium in the ninth, maybe these adjustments are just think of a simple quincunx, a simple inconjunct, just change to a different foundation. And you see that there, this is pretty easy to interpret with just one inconjunct there. Change to a different foundation, a different charity. We see that would be easy for him with the Sun, or this couple with the Sun, Uranus, Mercury. They're used to that energy. They're used to change, being Pluto in the eighth as well, the house of change. Scorpio, the sign of change. Very easy for them to make this transition, to continue their work as a couple. I should look at the synastry for this, which hopefully I will, so look forward to that. As far as this couple breaking up, if they are, I guess I don't know that much about it, but if they are still together, I would say this suggests that they would at the very least be friends for the rest of their life. The only thing that's really difficult here is you could see the Mars in the fifth can be difficult for children, could be difficult for romance, but Mars adds a little bit of passion. So I think they could be, if they're aware of that, which they seem like to be a very highly aware couple, they can use that to their advantage. And with all these, as long as they can be involved in the work that they're doing and feel like they're making a difference. I think that's a strong, this Jupiter Saturn in the seventh. And it's also making a sextile to that. Saturn's making a sextile to that Mars. If they can stay involved in their work and really be on the same page, I think they will stay close for a long, long time. So I hope you enjoy this mini reading for the composite chart of Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.